Hey, what is up guys? Evan Aldo here. So I'm going to show you right now my setup for my ice chest freezer that I use for ice baths. And basically I bought this chest freezer, as you can see, like so. And inside it is a pond liner. We'll get into that. And the first thing you want to know, or you want to take note of, is whenever you have this plugged in, so you fill it up with water and you plug it in. But whenever it's plugged in, you don't want to have it open because, I mean, it's a very rare chance, very extremely rare. It's not really possible to get electrocuted, but technically it probably could happen. So always, always, always unplug it whenever you open it and you will be fine. This is not the intended use of one of these, so I can't really recommend, anyone do this because I think you technically do void their warranty. But yeah, so anyway, I have inside it a pond liner, which you could buy on Amazon. They're not too bad. They're like $50. And you put the pond liner in like so, and you fill it up in the pond liners are pretty good. They keep all the water in. I do have a mild leak, but the leak is, I kind of know what it's from because like the way I put the pond liner in, water's like getting within this area of it and it's like going down and leaking out. Not a big deal because you have to drain this every so often anyway. So I got this yesterday, filled it up, and it's pretty chilly. It's been plugged in for about maybe 20 hours now. And I'm feeling with my hand, it's damn cold. Like it's probably around 40. I don't know if we're into like the 30s yet, but you want to be around 33 for an ice bath. Obviously, if you're starting out, don't go crazy, go gradual, what they tell you with the Wim Hof method. And it's a pretty good setup, unplugged, and I'm about to go in. The thing is that like it makes it cold like on the bottom the most, so you want to what I'm doing, I'm just like moving the water around because the water's a lot warmer. Not a lot warmer on the top, but significantly warmer on the top. So I'm just moving that around and doing that. I'd guess it's around 40. Not extremely, extremely cold, but pretty cold. And so yeah, I'm gonna try to go in and we're gonna see what happens. I'll pause the video while I go in and I'll say, what happened after. Okay, so I just got out after 2 minutes in there, and about 2 minutes, maybe a little bit over. And it felt pretty good. Definitely wasn't like a really, really, really cold experience. I guess it was around 40. I got to get a thermometer. My thermometer I have right now is broken. There's actually this thing on Amazon that you could buy where you like plug it in and it comes with a thermometer and it regulates it. Like when it gets below a certain temperature, it turns it off. And then it turns it back on when it's above a certain temperature. So I'm probably going to get that, about $40 on Amazon. This whole setup is about $480 for the chest freezer and about $50 for the pond liner. Pretty much all you need. And then another $40 for, like I said, the automatic thermometer turn off. That felt pretty good. 2 minutes was really good. I'm going to try to go in for another 2 minutes in just a second. And maybe I'll try to, I don't know how waterproof the iPhone XR is, but maybe I'll try to like talk about it while I'm in there and we'll see. Okay, so I'm about to get in for the second time. I'm just gonna hold this in my hand while I do it. So it should be fine. And we'll see how it feels. Okay. I was in before for 2 minutes, got out for about 2 minutes, and now we're gonna go for round 2. So ideally, you wanna put your entire body kind of in this. Obviously, if you're starting out, different things call for different measures. Go gradually. I'm like this much submerged. Ideally they want you to be like up to your neck like this. But for filming purposes, I'm going to stay like this. And it's hard to talk while you do this. And I've been in for about 20 seconds now. So I'm going to try to go for 2 minutes. It feels good. I always had poor circulation in my hands and feet, and this is definitely a cure for that. There's been multiple people who've tried, cold water immersion for Raynaud's and stuff like that, and it definitely helps. And even for me, I could tell it's definitely helped. I feel a little bit of pain in my left hand, but it's not too bad. It just feels really cold. A little bit of tingling, a little bit of pain. Not terrible. And then over time, when I first started these, it hurt like hell in my hands and feet. but I think, you know, it may, if I actually get this down to probably 32 degrees, it may feel like that again. So, you know, we'll see. But what happened was, you know, the first few times starting out, it hurt, but then it got easier and easier every time, and your body gets more used to it. Your blood circulation increases, and it gets better and better and better. And, you know, it's really great. It feels really good. And, you know, I've been in here, let's see, about a minute 20 now or so. And, you know, when you're talking, when you're not really thinking about it too much, you know, the pain goes away. You're not really, you know, killing yourself with it. It's relaxing. It feels really good. And another thing I forgot to mention is I put Epsom salt in this, which Epsom salt has a lot of numerous health benefits. And, you know, I put it in for another reason. I put it in is because if you put salt in it, it prevents it from freezing over, prevents it from freezing into ice. So yeah, that's another good thing to do, because if you keep it plugged in for too long, it's going to eventually freeze to ice. Then you're going to have to thaw it out for a while. Not going to be able to use it for a few hours. So that could become an issue as well. So yeah, been in here about 2 minutes. Not feeling bad at all, really. I'm just going to switch hands here and put my other hand in. Maybe I'll try to get another 2 minutes and get some circulation in this hand, get some training with this hand. And yeah, it's great. I really recommend this. A great investment. I could just do this whenever I want. I don't know if I talked about this already, but in terms of leaving it outside, I think it should be okay. I mean, this particular model is rated to work in up to 110 degrees, so that should be fine. In terms of rain, I mean, I could put a tarp on it. I would probably recommend putting a tarp on it, over it, when it rains. So yeah, that's that. I mean, other than that, I think you're pretty good. I mean, in the winter, maybe I'll bring this in. I mean, it's not that heavy, and it's on wheels, so you just drain it. I could probably carry it with another person into the house, and that should be fine for the winter. I think you could definitely get a few years out of this, and overall, I think it's a good idea for anyone who's really into ice baths, who's really into this type of thing. And there's no really, in a lot of places, there's not too many places that do, you know, ice baths or have them. So you're definitely going to benefit, you know, a lot from this, significantly from this. And, you know, it seems like a decent amount of money, and it is, but I think it's worth it. Definitely, you know, I have allergies, I have other, you know, always cold hands, stuff like that. And it's really helped, I think, especially for recovery too. You know, this is really, really damn good for muscle recovery, they say, for all these type of things. It prevents heart disease, prevents all these type of things. So yeah, and just about done. I almost don't want to get out. It feels good. I don't want to go underwater just yet on the first time. But yeah, usually they would have, it would be really damn scary. They would have at the end, after your 2 minutes, they would have you go underwater, you know, go completely underwater in this, the tub of ice, which is crazy, But, you know, it really lets you leave your comfort zone. It really allows you to defy that fear, and allows you to move forward and really accomplish things in your life other than this. And, you know, it's just such a great thing. So anyway, that's that. Highly recommend this. Oh, the last thing, last safety thing. With the pond liner over this, you probably wouldn't have to worry about this, but I know that if this closes while you're in it, you ain't getting out. This thing seals. So I would recommend highly, that's why you want to have a pond liner. Like, there's no way this is going to seal with this amount of liner, you know, in between, if this, God forbid, this falls on me. Obviously, you know, it would have to be a dire circumstance. If this just fell, you know, right now, I'd be able to push it up. I'd be fine. And you should be like that. So I still recommend, you know, the extra added protection, just like unplugging it, you know, just keep the pond liner, keep something that'll prevent it from sealing. So yeah. So other than that, awesome. Have a good one. Bye.